Well, good afternoon from here in Dumfries in southwest Scotland on this beautiful sunny Sunday. This is John Graham and got here David Owen with us. Hello David.
Afternoon John, how are we today?
Great, absolutely fantastic. And what we're going to do is we are bringing you the final games, or a viewing of the final games, before we actually go on to the top 12 games, which are going to be streamed from 2 o'clock. The competition, for those that will have seen the Facebook, it's the Margarita Curling Club Bonspiel, and this is their 21st annual Bonspiel. I've been fortunate that over the weekend, or since Thursday, I've been either playing or doing odd jobs round about the bit, and so I've really got into the great fellowship that accompanies the club. David, you were here yesterday?
Yeah, we popped in for, unfortunately, just an hour yesterday, but yeah, some atmosphere in this building this week.
Yes. It's fair to say that the place has actually been rocking. There's a lot of background noise, and I must apologise in some respects if you can't hear us that well, but that's just people here that are enjoying themselves after having been here either at the Ice Bowl since Wednesday, or have been here since earlier than that. Just a quick resume for those that don't know much about the Margarita Bonspiel, and if there are people out there that know a lot more than me, well, I can only apologise because I've just picked it up as I went along. The Margarita Bonspiel, the curling club, was brought about by a couple of curlers, or a few curlers sitting having a drink, and they decided that there wasn't enough open competitions for what we would call as mainstream curlers, you know, the bread and butter curlers that from where our elite curlers eventually originate. So they started this Margarita Curling Club, and one of the rules that they brought in was that in order to be a full member of it and bring a rink into it, or skip a rink, you've got to have played on both the European side of the Atlantic and also on the American-Canadian side of it. You've got to apply for membership, and then once you get membership, and it's a full membership if you play both sides, you can then bring your own team in. This weekend at Dumfries, to give you an example, I think it's either 62 or 64 teams of curlers have been here. And apparently a few years ago they were struggling to get 48. Now they're having great difficulty in meeting the demand. So
it's a phenomenal number. I mean, 62 teams. I mean, there's not another event the biggest event we've had here would be the Worlds. So that was 3 events. And we still didn't have that same number of teams here. So, yeah, to say the place is, well, you said before the place is rocking. I think it's been rocked, rebuilt, and it's in the process of being knocked down again. So it's good. So
the curlers that's here aren't the mainstream curlers that you see every week playing somewhere in Europe. Most of the curlers that's here will probably not be playing somewhere else in Europe each week. And saying that, we've got players here from Germany, Switzerland, France, just about most of the European country. We've got some British teams here as well. I see an English team there. We've got Scottish teams. We've got a couple of local teams. All people that are part of this fantastic organisation. Absolutely fantastic. So our live stream today will be a wee bit different in that we're going to maybe jump around between some of the games. It just depends on how they're progressing. So if that suits some people, that's fine. If it doesn't suit others, well, we're trying to meet the needs of everybody. So the first game that we're watching is Swiss Sierra versus Margarita Roselet, I think it is. Roselet, and I've got 4 names here: Jean-Pierre Cordel, Francis Paul Apothelos, Al Bragio, and Yves Garro. I think that's not bad for me, by the way.
I think that's a pretty good. I'm not going to have another go and try and usurp that anyway.
And the Swiss mix Sierra, it's Saskia Bruton, Heinz Rosjack,
I have no
Hans
idea.
Hertsche, and Caro Bruton. So anyway, David, I'll let you say a few words now.
No, I'm not entirely quite sure where to go. Normally when we're doing these webcasts, our biggest challenge is not to shout across the lines because everyone starts critiquing what we're saying. I don't think we're going to have that problem today.
Not really, no. The background noise is that the 10 o'clock sessions come off. It's well organised so that teams can come off and their orders for any beverages like coffee, tea, etc. is waiting for them.
Yep.
And then we can get right into the...
I think it's fair to say we've passed the coffee stage this morning.
Well, I believe that Coffee and Bailey's went down well with most of the teams first thing in the morning, and it seemed a very sociable way to start the day.
Seems a time efficient way of doing it, I would say. Yeah.
I think so anyway, so.
Yeah, so as John says, we're not going to delve into tactical analysis in this game. I think it's fair to say. So the idea of this first session is really to give you a flavour of what this Bonspiel is all about, and then we'll be back with the 12 o'clock session, which
2 o'clock.
Sorry, 2 o'clock session, and that should crown the winners.
That's right. It's quite complicated the way that they've done it, but what happens is that teams get continuously ranked as they play different sections, and so all the teams that ended up in the lower rankings, they played all their games, and really we're now into the top 24 with really teams 13 to 24 playing this session. We've got 6 sheets here at Dumfries, and so we've got China, New Jersey versus the Glasgow team of Patrick Partit. We've got B is the 5 o'clock versus Boston Rock. C is the boat people versus the lost children. We had a wee bit change around there because some people are maybe now trying to look at catching flights out of the country. We've got Swiss Sierra versus Roselet, which is the one we're watching. Chicks with Sticks versus Smooth Blend, and Pond Hoppers versus Haggis Rocks. It is, instead of just getting the boring names like Team So-and-so and Team Graham and Team Owen, we've actually got some life about the names here. It doesn't tell you anything about who's playing or where they come from, but it is so. So anyway, the games are roughly about 140, I think it is. It's just a wee bit shorter than normal games, and the reason for that is that with so many teams you've got to keep the schedule, and we had to, or the organisers I shouldn't say, that they had to do something in order to keep the games going and not overrun the time. So it was decided that the games would be 1 hour 40 in length, and the hooter goes at 5 minutes before the end of it, and that tells the teams that they can't play or move into an extra end. So there's been a couple of teams that have played towards the bell or the hooter, but that's curling, and well on for them for doing that and being aware of it. So it's really been exceptional for 62 teams. It's been absolutely great how it's went. The Ice Bowl staff, Sally, if you're listening, can I say to you, your staff have been really great. Pulled out the plugs and really done well. So I'm not saying you can give them a bonus, but maybe a couple of sweeties and something like that. I got some really good chocolate there from the Swiss team there, David.
Did you?
Yes, can I say to you, I've not brought it here, so I won't have any. So this gives you an idea of the melee that's in the lounge bar.
Carnage, I think, is the word.
No, it's
controlled
all
carnage.
It's controlled carnage, and we've had a lot of volunteers have came in to provide the beverages at the bar. All the profit from the bar goes to the young curlers to help them either get clothing, shoes, or enter competitions and travelling expenses. So it's a good result for everybody.
For anybody that hasn't seen Dumfries Ice Bowl before, we'll just do a wee tour around. As John said before, 6 sheets of ice, plenty of seating. I think we might see some people out on the ice in the next session, John.
Yes, it's there have been quite a few people actually taking up the opportunity to sit outside and watch it. So
you're not impressed by that?
I really am.
Are we look around?
Really
that was good.
I.
And hopefully we're in the process of upgrading the cameras, so all the stuttering and flickering should disappear shortly.
There's one thing I would say to future organisers and future teams. Can you keep the team names shorter? It really is very difficult to try to abbreviate team names because you've only got so many places that you can put them into an Excel spreadsheet without it knocking everything out of kilter. So that's the only thing that I meant to actually say to anybody that was looking to do it. Keep it short, keep the name short. So anyway, to get down to the game in hand, Swiss Sierra here, and if I can find the sheets there, David will maybe work out what they're playing for. Oh right, okay. I'll let you do some speech then. We've got some technical hitches here with David's microphone.
I'm really not sure. Oh, that seems working. That's not too bad now. So in terms of working out where we are, we're in the bottom section, so the orange section. It's the Schenkel format. Both of these teams. Rosalie have won one game. Yeah, they've both won one game. I was right. My first assumption was right. So both teams sitting on one win, but quite a few in this section not having won a game.
So really one win for each of these would propel them up the table quite far, and
yeah, the problem is all the tables we've got don't include the last session either, so good luck. Good luck trying to work that one out. Rice been playing quite well this weekend, John. You've been down there.
Rice has been very keen, maybe just a wee bit straighter than what we would like, but that was really down to the fact that we never actually serviced the stones before the competition, and that was purely down to specialised paper that we needed, sandpaper not having arrived. But the teams have been finding the ice and the way the stones have been going, that they could work with it. We've not had any complaints, and it's been very keen really. I played on it this morning. I was fortunate enough that one of the Swiss teams had been down a player due to injury, so I'd said to Ian Dyer, who'd been organising it, that I would help in any way. So I played with a Swiss team from the town of Neuchâtel. Really enjoyed the company, lovely people, and the ice was really keen, really keen.
Yeah, the ice staff seemed to. It's a microphone stand attacks, John. Yeah, the ice staff seem to have done a good job this weekend, didn't they? Kept everything moving, and again the schedule's been pretty tight as well. So yeah, fair play to them for getting everything put in place.
I've just realised that one of our Dumfries young curlers, Max Moody, is there, and he's clearly also, like me, was standing in and helping one of the teams. Great opportunity for Max and some other young people that have done likewise. It just means that they've just got to travel across the Atlantic at some stage, play a game across there, and then they can apply for full membership.
Get the other half. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Yeah,
I actually get the impression, and it was the impression again when I saw people arriving on Wednesday and Thursday, that this isn't a curling club. It's actually a big family. It's a great big family of people that meet each other either every year or every 2 years or whatever they decide on that. And it was quite clear that a lot of friendships have been made here.
Proper curling.
Pardon?
Proper curling.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite noticeable. Everybody.
David just cut himself off. We've got a technical problem with some microphones here, so he'll just come back to us shortly.
We'll try that. That looks better on screen. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing if my microphone isn't working, to be fair, for most people.
It's a bad thing for me because they're going to have to listen to me then.
Yeah, they've just had half an hour of rhetoric conversations.
Anyway, you're saying that you just came in yesterday and...
Yeah, just came in yesterday, and you literally can't walk past anybody without somebody introducing themselves. And look, we enjoy having the serious stuff here, and the Scottish Curling Tour and the European Curling Tour and Champions Curling Tour. It's all very enjoyable to have, but totally different atmosphere about the place.
And I mean, when you've got something like 100 odd people in a small lounge, it just brings everything to life, and reminds me of curling times a long time ago there.
It doesn't. It shows it can still be done. Actually, it shows it can still be done.
It can, and I think that also must maybe point out that Ian Dyer and Gordon Gilchrist, who appear to have been the two main people, and also Ian's daughter Sonia, along with Ian's wife Margaret, have done a fantastic job here. Plus the organisers, because in fairness, the local curling association, we offered assistance, but this competition appears to more or less run itself, and that probably Ian will turn around and say, "No, it doesn't, John."
He's looking a bit haggard this morning.
I think that's due to about 4 nights party in mind.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I think it's bound to be catching up on somebody by now. It doesn't appear to be though. Most people seem to be firing.
At 8 o'clock this morning when I started to play, you could think some people were tired, but I think that they've overcome that hurdle now.
Because it was a five-day competition, and it's been on since Wednesday.
It started Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, Friday, yes, right through to today.
But this is a five-day competition, and this is the 4th game.
Yes, it's not as if they're playing such a lot of games, but that's maybe due to the fact that because we've got 6 sheets.
So many
ice.
teams, yeah.
They're going to Canada next year, and the people that's my apologies, I'm not sure just exactly where in Canada, but there's some people there speaking to curling coach Graham Sloan, who's been keeping the scores and that. And they were just trying to get some ideas about different things that we'd done. Yes, they were picking ideas up for next year, so and just trying to understand. But I believe that they've got a 9-sheet ice rink, and they're going to be using 8 sheets on it, and so that perhaps gives them more leeway about times and things like that. So. This has been a great thing for Dumfries and Galloway as a region. A lot of the teams have arrived and they went away to Stranraer, and they were playing curling at Stranraer Ice Rink at the Northwest Castle, and others have been staying locally. Edinburgh, I think, will have attracted a lot of interest from people, and then other people that have been travelling about Scotland have been, because I heard about hiring cars away down the Mull of Kintyre. Others have been away up Oban and away onto the islands and that. So overall, this competition for the local economy has been probably really a great return.
Yeah, I think even the local economy and wider in Scotland, we were speaking to people yesterday that basically this weekend is their final weekend of a month.
Right.
So they've literally spent a month touring around Scotland. So, yeah, anybody want to do an economic impact assessment? I suspect there's a fair bit to go in there. And
well, we're going to send out some emails via the organiser Wednesday night to welcome all the teams, and Dr. Elaine Murray, who's the current leader of the party in Dumfries here, of the council in Dumfries. She came along and gave an opening speech on that. So again, that was very good of her to do that, and also good of the council to support us in that way. Other than that, the event is self-funding, with all the teams paying their own way, and so there's no other expense. And as the civic function was provided by the catering staff here at the Ice Bowl, really, it was really in some
minimal,
ways,
yeah, minimal input.
That's right. As you can see, we're in the third end of this game. David has been kept punching the buttons. So you can see each end. The Roselet is one shot ahead of Swiss Sierra, and as I was saying about the ice being a wee bit keen, you can see that if the players aren't really thinking about it, that they can just run a stone right through the back.
You can almost see that, not quite. That's sheet A. Somebody's 4-0 up there, John. We'll make an assumption, shall we, that the second team we've got listed is bottom of the board. Do you think that's a safe assumption?
Probably.
Probably.
Yes, probably.
In which case, Partick's winning 4-0 on sheet A. Sheet B, I think, is finished. They went on early, as John said earlier on. They're done. Low scoring game on sheet C.
That's Gordon Gilchrist there with the kilt on. And Gordon's quite a fan of playing with the kilt towards the end of a competition.
That's the game we are covering here. So that's the reverse shot, if you like. 3-2.
That's
a cracking shot.
I'm going to say to you, that's a lovely picture of the speakers that we've got here. And as you can see, we've got 4 of them. The best of it is I don't think they work.
They don't. They were cut off, I think, during the summer. So, guess what's on our list of things to do after this is competition.
Your list of things, you've you got to do, David?
My list of things that I've got to do. Slight panic there as every TV screen went blank, but I think there must be a loose cable somewhere. So that gives you a vague idea of what's going on. And I'm afraid, I think it's fair to say we can't give you any more than a vague idea of what's going on because we don't have a clue really what's going on at the moment.
I can tell you one thing that's going on, David. It's that clearly
the scoreboard's behind the players as we look at it.
what I would draw your attention to is the gap between the boards on the right hand side of the picture there.
Between the bumpers, yeah, that's a hollow space, isn't it?
So that's ice at the moment. What I would like you to do is that when we go to the other side, just have a look and see if you can identify what is actually in that space.
In the gap. I think I was cheating. I think I saw it on my Facebook page earlier. But yeah, we'll leave that one hanging for a wee while. If you want to have a cheat at that one, go and have a look at our Facebook page. So on Facebook, if you do a search for Dumfries Curling, hopefully you've already found Dumfries YouTube page, i.e. you're watching this. But also our website, which is DIBCA, D-I-B-C-A, i.e. Dumfries Ice Bowl Curling Association. And you'll find every time we're live, actually, we do cover a fair bit of curling. We try.
What we'll maybe do before we actually close this is we'll maybe try and get the people in the lounge to go to the window and give you all a wave, so that we'll get the television camera to just pan across the windows and just give a wave, okay?
How are we going to do that?
Pardon?
How are we going to do that? I'm curious.
We'll just go out and just say, can we have one or two people to go out there and just give a wave to the television camera for the YouTube presentation? And just ask them, just say, remind them that there may be children watching.
And there may be children watching. Yeah, good. That's probably a good thing to add to that one, isn't it?
So as you can see, Roselet has got the weight of the ice here. So Swiss Sierra really could do with trying to get this right, to get a hit and roll.
Again, if anybody's watching this and we've obviously got the teams the wrong way round, apologies. We've just made the assumption that the team first was top of the board, so.
We don't have team names, so.
I shouldn't have said anything. Just be confident. Nobody can say we're wrong. So.
That's right. Now this is a great shot. Unfortunate not to get the hit and roll. So we'll see what young Max Moody from Dumfries makes of this.
Is the hat still floating about? Is the hat with the hair?
Yes, the hat should be about.
Good.
I had it on my head. No, it was on my skip's head this morning.
Oh, there you go. It's worth. We'll maybe leave that one as a surprise for later.
That's right, aye.
But worth staying tuned just to find out what that hat is and why it's there.
That's the kind of shot I played this morning. That's why we lost. My apologies to the people from Neuchâtel in northern Switzerland near the French border. Hello, would you like to say something to all the people out there? like to speak to some people that's watching on YouTube and that? Where do you come from? What was your team name?
Les Contamines of Traken, Jura.
And are they playing the now, or have you finished?
Yeah, we finished. We played this morning and we win this morning, but we have 2 win and 2 lost.
Did you enjoy yourself while you're here?
Yes, of course. Yes. Always in Margarita.
Always in Margarita. Did you have some margaritas when you arrived?
Oh yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Impromptu interviews, John. I like that. That's good. We'll get a third microphone plugged in for the next game. In fact, I think we could have a roving microphone across the curling lounge.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think that would be quite good?
I think it would add a certain age to the broadcast.
Right. Okay.
An air of panic. But yeah, that might work. That might work. It's a good stone there. It's a good saver. An excellent. Local knowledge of the ice there.
Was that Max that played that?
I think so. I think so.
I really found that there was no benefit to the team from local knowledge of the ice.
Better come in with a clean slate. So where did your team finish then, John? Where are they on this list?
Well, of course, this is not an updated list.
So this how would you put it? This was as good as it got, or?
We may have been down towards the lower quadrant of this sheet.
Come on, where is it? What number were you?
A couple of shots. There's only a shot or two difference between winning and losing. If we had at the second game, if we'd won that by 1 shot, we would have been in the top 8. You know, I mean, it was just.
But as it happens, give me a number on this list. What number are you on that list?
Where am I on this list? We are number 37 on this list.
Well, okay. So yeah, okay. So yeah.
The trouble with this list is that because of the few games, you can go up and down like a rocket.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm guessing it probably starts with a 5 now.
Pardon?
I bet it starts with a 5 now.
Oh, well, I don't want you to be so nasty as that, like, you know. So
4. We'll go with a 4.
We'll go for it.
Would that be?
The team played fantastic, and as I say, just the way the ice and the stones fell, it was 1 stone, and there was literally the last stone and the second end, and if we'd won that game, we would have been 2 wins.
Aye, so that, yeah.
You know, so
we've got to look at this. We've got to take a balanced approach when assessing the performance. Is
that's
that
right?
Yeah. And how did the post-match debrief go? Was there a discussion about the tactics, where it went wrong, where it went right?
No, the guy spoke in French. My skip spoke in French.
How?
And I just nodded.
And how is your French?
My French is really poor. In fact, my French is non-existent.
Bonjour.
But there's other people there that could. I mean, I know when to sweep, and I know when not to sweep. So it was great. It was absolutely fantastic.
It just shows it's a common language.
In fact, that's when it's funny you should say that, because I actually thought that curling overcomes barriers, because once you find out what the skip's word for sweep is, and up, that's all you need.
Did it take a few? How would you put it? Aggressive demonstrations of arm movements to stop you sweeping, or no?
Not at all. Really, really nice people.
Oh, wee chance of a double here, John.
And I was very. Oh, well, this is where the hat comes into it, isn't it?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. They haven't made it yet.
Right. I wore the hat in every game I played.
Your own hat or?
No, the hat.
The hat.
The hat.
Nice. Any picture evidence of this?
Yes, Mr. Sloan was down there. My daughter was taking pictures. And in fact, I turned it round so.
I'll be honest, for the sake of the hat, that's why I would have played as well. I don't think hats don't suit me.
You know?
No.
It's itchy as well, by the way.
Oh, no. I'll be totally honest as well. There's an element there of...
I actually think that we should incorporate that in all our tournaments now.
I'm just imagining some of the top teams, you make a double, you wear a hat.
Well, maybe we'd make it maybe a triple or something like that.
No, I think you're right. I think we stick with that. I don't think there's any need to change a rule that's working well.
I think with some, it'd be like a yo-yo though.
I'm just wondering how well they would take it.
It's all in the spirit of curling.
It could be quite amusing.
You could bring it to club curling as well. And
well, we could definitely do it at the Lions. Yeah, I like that.
Session and that.
But there is a benefit to having the hat at the end of the game, isn't there?
There was an implied benefit, yes.
An implied benefit.
Because I never ever had it on at the end of the game, so I
really never found that.
No.
So what you're saying is miss every shot, just make one in the last end and you're sorted.
Well, there was one young lady that was really, really very annoyed when I took the hat off her, because I think that she'd done about 3 doubles. And then this was me in about the 6th end coming along and chatting her on the head and saying, I need the hat.
Need the hat.
You know. And she was saying,
who's responsible? If you make the double, are you then responsible to go and get the hat?
Yes, you must go and get the hat. And it's all on a trust basis. You don't have to have photographic evidence that you got the double. But everybody reminds you, as soon as you get the double, even the opposition remind you, hat.
So you've got no option in it, really?
You've got no option.
So if you're curling on sheet A and the hat is on sheet F, you have to then scroll across.
You get it and get,
It's a minor miracle this thing's got to Sunday on time, isn't it?
Oh, there was another thing that I came about, and I haven't seen it before that I can remember anyway. See if somebody drops a brush. Everybody drops a brush. So.
Really?
Yes.
So somebody drops it, just all 8 players or all 6 sheets?
The whole sheets.
The whole ice rink.
So somebody dropped a brush, and after that it was like a machine gun round about the rink and that.
Oh, that should definitely be brought into the CCT events.
So.
But add a bit of jeopardy to trying to carve a stone and...
Well, you just get somebody, I'll just drop my brush and that, things are kind of whirring around here, I'll just drop my brush.
That wasn't brush dropping, was it? That was something else. I'm going to get the camera back on the lounge. I think there's more going on in the lounge.
You can't say that. There's people out there playing their hat.
I mean, as opposed to the scoreboard.
I think what we should maybe do is we should maybe actually just maybe have a look at another couple of games to show some other players, because we're now in the 4th end, and so that some other folk that's watching could maybe see somebody they know.
Well, we'll go across onto sheet A. So we have China, New Jersey against says Patrick. Is that Partick?
It's Partick.
It is Partick.
That's where I got mixed up.
It's just when you said they were from Glasgow and thinking that's a bit of a coincidence, but yeah, Partick, an area of Glasgow. Normally you get the joke about Partick being the biggest football team in Glasgow, but it's just not the case.
Oh, is it not?
They're definitely the second biggest though.
Are they? Right, okay. What about Motherwell?
Technically not Glasgow, but they would be third if that was the case.
Okay,
and
right.
yeah. So we'll see if we can get the main camera swung around onto sheet A. See how much furniture of the ice bowl we can avoid. So across onto sheet A there. The projector you see in the stands is the time clock. So 53 minutes left. Quite surprised by that, surely.
$52 minutes left.
It is a moving counter, to be fair.
It's 52 minutes left, so we've still got 52 minutes of time to fill in, David.
That's what I was thinking. I thought that we might have had 10 or 15 left, but there we go.
Anyway, I can tell you something about the team from Partick. That the lady who's skipping it explained that she's currently expecting a child.
No, congratulations.
Aye. So I'm sorry if I've spoiled somebody's surprise.
That could get awkward and embarrassing very quickly.
So
yeah, people watching this live, this may be the only time you ever hear that because this video might get deleted after this.
They're a very nice bunch of people. We had a brief conversation and I tried to explain to them about the seniors competition that we've got coming up. They were unaware of it. I had to be diplomatic and point out to the young lady that I didn't put her in the seniors league, that I was looking for them to get a fourth player. So
it's always a difficult one, that, isn't it? Who do you approach about a seniors competition? Seniors in curling, obviously over 50 in Scotland.
So
it's even more difficult when you get to the Masters, that's over 60.
That's right. That's
to be careful with that one.
So anyway, Partick is playing China/New Jersey. And their team is, in fact, I'll just tell you the team names. Partick is Carl Lawrence, and there's Duncan McCall, Billy Simpson and Vincent McHugh. And China/New Jersey, on the sheets, by the way, we're looking at the programme. It's Topper Waters and Foxy Bob Fox, Clark Raven and Sari Joe Niles.
I have literally nowhere to go with that. Well read.
It's okay, David. You can do the technical stuff in the 2 o'clock session, okay?
I still think we might be along the same lines for that session.
And I'd just like to point out that due to my diet that I'm not drinking alcohol, so I'm not, what you're getting here is without any
natural.
Not like you yesterday.
I done. It wasn't too bad yesterday.
You weren't, no.
Yeah, I had a few social.
I thought you were being very sensible.
We have zero social life. We have 3-year-old twins, so we have no social life whatsoever. And we had 3 options yesterday. We had nothing for months and then 3 options. But we managed to fit all 3 things in. It's a very, very good meal at the pizzeria in Dumfries.
Very good.
So I believe our sponsors of the junior club. So yeah, excellent meal in there. Managed to fit us in with no booking to a packed restaurant, so excellent food.
Very good.
And then to a 50th birthday party last night.
Great.
To which I have to admit, I was one of the youngest in the room, but wow, I'm not a drinker, was my conclusion from the night. So yeah, good fun.
And then not only that, your good lady allowed you to come here today.
Yeah, I think you caught her at a weak moment.
Uh-huh.
Now, just to give a bit of context here, as I said, she's looking after 3-year-old twins today. So the plan was to go to soft play this morning, and that plan went well. So she left the house at 9:30 to go and pick them up because they were with their grandparents last night. 9:45 the plan went awry when she phoned to say, I've got a flat tyre. It happens, potholes on roads, fine. I thought we'll just put a bit of sealant in, blow it up, fine. Not with a 3-inch rip on the sidewall, I wasn't. So
is it one of those without a spare in it, is it?
No, it does have a spare, but she refused to drive the car on the spare in case it wasn't safe.
Right, okay then.
So I've ended up in a pickup, which I've parked. Now bear in mind, this is a farmer's pickup. It's a bit tatty, I won't lie, it's a working vehicle. I've parked it in the car park next to a Ferrari.
Oh, that's Paul's Ferrari.
Yeah. So yeah, just slightly surreal start to the day. But yeah, so they have gone to soft play, I think. So we've just about managed to get away with it.
You didn't. When you opened the door, did you open it away from the Ferrari? Did you?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I've parked the passenger side next
Paul
to the Ferrari.
will be really pleased at that, and so will his good lady.
Yeah. It's just yeah, not the normal occurrence.
It's only 3-month-old.
It was quite amusing watching Queen of the South kick out yesterday, the local football team, and people wandering through the car park and literally walking into other cars.
Just looking at it.
Yeah.
We don't see many Ferraris.
It's a nice car. It's a nice car.
I think this is one of the few runs it gets each year. They were telling me did a supercar run up north with it, with some club or something like that.
You want to make sure they appreciate, not depreciate.
The one that he's still got in his garage is appreciating, apparently he was saying. Because he was saying, his wife was saying, why did you keep the old one? I said, it's quite simple, Paul. They appreciate. Good answer, he said.
Fair.
Yes, he works hard for it.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So that's sheet A.
That's sheet A.
Shall we try sheet C now, which is the teams that should be on sheet B?
Right.
Before we get totally confused by this.
This is as confusing as looking at this bit of paper, and no matter how much you want to say Partick, because it's got Patrick, you keep saying Patrick.
So we just give them another name like Keith or something.
Aye. It's like there's teams that's now on sheet C,
which is sheet B.
And the numbers there really help me, because they now tell me that we're watching the boat people versus the lost children.
And I'm hoping Ian Dyer's involved in one of them teams.
Yes, there's Ian there.
Because if he's not, we've got the wrong teams on the wrong sheet.
Right, and is that his good lady?
I think it is, and is that not the aforementioned Paul as well?
And that's Paul on the right hand side, aye.
This is almost planned.
It was, aye.
This is good.
I'm impressed by this. So we'll give a free plug to British Airways, because I think Paul still works for British Airways.
Look at that sweeping.
And if they'd like to give us some free tickets to help some sponsorship, we'd quite like to accept them.
I hope you enjoyed that camera action as well, John. That was...
You impressed?
I think that's as good as it gets.
We don't normally do that, so this is a one-off from David.
We've normally got too many complaints about webcasting, so...
Aye, well, I'm hoping that the audience at home today will appreciate the
more relaxed nature.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're trying to fit in with the event.
So who else have we got on this sheet then? Who are the boat people? Shall I tell you who the boat people are?
If you can find them.
Ray Field, Ron Pajuan, Margot Pajuan and Sylvia Field.
Ah.
2 couples.
And I'll tell you who the lost children are. It's Gordon Gilchrist, Anne Hood, Paul Meehan and Ian Dyer.
Oh, thank for that. That's good. We got the right teams. That's good. So that sheet C, where are we going next? We've done D, haven't we? We've been we've watched a bit of D.
Got E and
Shall we
F.
go E next?
Chicks with Sticks. Chicks with Sticks is Tom Van Buchenhout, Sharon Trevina, Donalda Van den Berg and Catherine Rowe.
And there we go. That's how that game's looking at the moment.
And Smooth Blend is Mary Lynn Cooney, Janet Michaud, Trish Gibbons and Ian Stewart.
Something else that needs moved.
The lights.
The lights. We know about that one though.
Wait, I was actually just speaking to somebody the day yesterday about that.
Was that me?
No, it wasn't you, no. I spoke to somebody in the ice bowl. I said, can you tell me why they dropped those lights nearest the lounge so low so that they're actually directly in the line of view when you're watching the ice rink? I just never got an answer. So. But they've been there for 6 years. So. Anyway, as you can see, this is a tighter game here. Lots of shots in the house. David will give you a running commentary on what the gameplay is.
I think that one's fairly simple. Chuck one on the middle and then build Hadrian's wall in front of it. By the look of it. I suspect we've had a draw to a few attempted freezes there by the look of it. Do you think that would be fair to say? Yeah, we just don't have a clue, do we? We don't have a clue.
Clearly not. Clearly not. Why didn't you not see that one?
Hardy Engineering, the aforementioned sponsors of the Seniors Open.
Yes, I'm very fortunate that David and his company and that have been great sponsors of curling, not only here at the Dumfries Ice Bowl but throughout the region.
On to sheet F now, John.
David and Fiona went fully into the dressing up for Friday night, and David was.
Did he? I was going to say, did David pull off his Tinkerbell outfit?
No, he didn't wear his Tinkerbell outfit. He gave that to Fiona, and he chose to remain in charge and as Captain Hook. I'm not sure if he actually cut off his hand and did the hook bit, but he certainly had the hat and the long hair and that. And I believe that according to Fiona that he may keep the long hair, the long black flowing hair. He might become quite attached to it. So
I'm going to reiterate that we're on sheet F now and just get off that topic completely as quickly as we possibly can.
Right, yeah, okay.
So who's on sheet F?
Pond Hoppers and Haggis Rocks. So, you've seen this how I mark these down. Pond Hoppers is Sheila Longay, Tim Wallier, Catherine Stevenson and Tim's wife Babs. And Haggis Rocks is Mike Shaloub, Gail Bogeo, Joe Sablo and Gudrun Sablo. We do have at least one or two families here, by the way, David. There was some younger people here, and along with their parents and that, and they were curling. There's some pretty good curlers as well at times.
I suppose we'll see the best of them in the next session.
It'd be interesting to just see, as I say, I don't really have the names of those that are actually made the next session. I suppose we should actually try and find out something before then, because we'll only have about 10 minutes between this and the 2 o'clock session.
Well, as far as I can tell, and I think this should still be accurate. Yeah, I'm fairly confident this will still be accurate. The top 3 teams are Margarita Mischief, Mumsy Margarita, and Margarita Bern. So I think that's only 3 teams that can win it. They're the only 3 undefeated teams at the moment, by my logic.
All right, aye.
So I think we'll win it, and given it's a Schenkel and all 3 are unbeaten, 2 of them must play each other. So I would think Margarita Mischief should be playing Mumsy Margarita, and Margarita Bern will be playing somebody.
Right.
So I think we're going to have to watch 2 games in the next session to find a winner.
That's why you're here, David.
And to give you an idea of where we are, they're only 2 ends behind Bern. Margarita Bern are only a couple of ends behind. They had a few shots behind those, so that could get complicated. I think we may need a drink for that one, John.
Nah, it'll be fine. We'll sort it out. The words ad lib come to mind.
As long as we say it confidently, quite frankly, the people aren't in here to actually see it, so
no.
We can crown a different winner. If we feel somebody else has deserved it, I think we should just crown a winner.
You think so? No, that's not the spirit. I mean, that's another 2 hours of beverage time that we'd be missing.
Speaking of which, let's have a look in the lounge. As I say, the junior club bar there.
You just mind the lounge.
So the guy you can actually see there speaking is John, our commentator. So we're going to get a few waves. There we go. He's got everybody waving. So look at confusion on most people's faces. Wave at the ceiling. Yep, there we go. A few waves there. So it's not really catching on. We got a few waves. We got some waves. We got some waves, John.
Aye.
It didn't really take off the way it might have done.
People just couldn't actually comprehend it until I said you're on YouTube now.
Can you wave at the ceiling? Yeah. Can you wave at the ceiling, please?
The camera's not actually just that visible. You probably need a sign below it that says.
See what's happening now, John, is people are still looking. So if you look, they're still trying to see the camera, but they can now, because they know where it is, they can see it moving now. So.
All right.
Should we go back to the games? Should we actually have a look and see what's actually going on? We'll go back to the game we were originally looking at on Sheet D, shall we?
Aye.
We'll go and catch that one up.
We truly hope that that this session maybe shows the spirit of what it appears that the whole competition and the club is about. Is enjoying yourself, having fun, combined with the sport of curling.
I think the aim for the next session is also to get some of the competitors to pick up a microphone. The next session will get some competitors to pick up a microphone.
You think so?
Why not? Why not?
Have you got a roving microphone?
We can make a roving microphone. We can do something, I think. We'll have a go. We'll have a go.
Right, yeah. Anyway, on sheet D, which is the games.
So one we were watching at the start.
Between Swiss Sierra and Roselet. And as you can see, it looks as if the 5-all.
.33 minutes left.
As you can see, the game has changed slightly in that that Swiss Sierra, it just didn't take that draw, but here, as you can see, Swiss Sierra has just got the weight nice, and they're just drawing one right there. There's still an opportunity here for Roselet to catch in there. I would say that at the moment Swiss Sierra is probably flying short, but it's kind of difficult just to confirm that. Young Max trying to keep the sweepers off. Watch you don't oversweep now. You have to let it die. They're working it hard. Well judged by everybody.
It's a good shot.
It really was an excellent shot. So Roselet bringing in that killer shot there. Putting a lot of pressure on Roselet. Looking good, it just needs to die. So, good line, just a wee bit short in the weight there. Some of the names of the other team perhaps provide a flavour. I'm not sure if they use the same names every year. I get the impression that they'll have different team names for each year, because we've got tilted kilts and then we've got Margarita with no kilts. A wee bit of Craig. Anyway, anybody that joins us at some later time, we trust you enjoy this.
Exactly, exactly. So tilted kilts then?
Pardon?
It's tilted kilts. It's not really the way to wear a kilt, is it?
We don't really know what they were actually implying.
We'll leave that one. Oh, 2 reds on the move. Still didn't get the double though.
watching this, you?
Yes.
So we just looked at the viewing figures there, and there was one person watching, and that was when David opened up his phone and looked at it. So
we'll just assume it's not working properly. Surely somebody's listening to this gold.
They might have been watching and switched off.
Does anybody even know it's on? Or was it advertised? Did we?
Aye, it was on Facebook last night, and the Margarita Curling Club Facebook thing.
They're all in the ice rink though, aren't they?
Ah, but they must have other members out there that are not here.
We didn't do a research on this, did we? It'll be fine, it'll be fine. We're just doing this in the hope that they all go home and enjoy it so much that they invite us to Canada next year.
I thought we were going to keep that a secret.
Now you mention it, that rings a bell.
We weren't supposed to mention that. I'm doing a double barreled attack on this.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
Nice little flick off the red.
Absolutely fantastic.
You won't be able to play that one again.
Pardon?
You won't be able to play that one again. Nice. Now the red's moved. That's put Max in all kinds of trouble.
I suppose the Margaritas that aren't here are nursing a sore head somewhere.
I suspect the last thing they want to do is listen to us.
They'll probably want to go home and watch this on the plane on the way home.
Transatlantic.
I mean, 2 hours listening to us would take them from London to probably over Dumfries and Galloway.
I can't help but think they probably want to listen to something that speeds the journey up rather than slows it down, but yeah, why not?
This is how Billy Connolly started out.
Between that and jokes about football in the west of Glasgow, which I don't think we should go anywhere near.
No, they're too. No, that would.
Oh, he's good.
See, if that red had been there, they would have got that again.
As I say, you just couldn't play that twice, could they?
Right, but they could have got it if that red had still been there.
What do we think? 2 reds?
You should have went down and told them.
Steal of
that
2
they couldn't
reds.
play the same shot again.
That would count as coach's feedback, though. You're not allowed to provide coaching.
Oh, right, okay. Unless they're speaking in a foreign language and you haven't the faintest idea what they're saying.
Yeah, there is an element of that.
I wonder how our junior teams are getting on in Hamilton today.
I can try and find that out, John.
There we go. That's it. Get everybody in. Yes, sir. Get one more here. How fast? That's your going away present.
There's a lot of what's going on with the brush there? Max doesn't look happy with the brush.
These stupid pads.
Excellent. Fromage. Très bien.
I think looks like one of the Dumfries junior teams got beat in the quarter-final of the High Road.
We've got about 4 teams there.
There's a Carson in the Low Road semi-final. That must be one of ours, is it?
That's one of Ryan's boys.
I'm not sure anybody else got out the group stages by the look of it this weekend, John.
No. Good experience for them.
6 teams though. That's impressive. Yeah, Emily Muir I think will be in the Low Road quarter-finals. We're certainly getting there though. Still do a bit of coaching with the juniors?
I've been doing mostly with the adults of late and just kind of tagging in when they need me for the juniors. So. There's a lady I was playing against earlier on. She's from the Bern area or something like that of Switzerland, and she was a coach there. So,
You need to set up some kind of exchange trip.
well, I gave her the information that there's some printouts on a junior international.
Yep. When is that junior international? Just in case somebody's looking in.
It's
April.
April, so we just need to get in touch with Dumfries Curling Association. The email address is there on the website, and we can forward you details. Unless you've got the application form already on the site, David.
Pass.
Anyway, we're back to the game. 7-5, 6 end. 21 minutes to go. 16 minutes to the bell. How did everybody get on with the clocks changing this morning, David? Was that?
I put my trust in Apple, I'm afraid. So I just set my alarm on my phone and trusted it, and it worked.
Did it?
It worked. So still didn't want to get up, but it worked.
And all the machinery outside?
Seems to be okay. Seems to be okay.
David's a dairy farmer with the electronic milking machines. So.
Free range cows, I like to think of them as.
Pardon?
Free range cows.
Free range cows?
They choose when they get milked.
Right. So if anybody's wanting some free range milk, David here will take orders.
Defensive tactics coming into play now, rip the guards. Somebody's at risk of a double.
I think you'll get a tap up here. Or is it blue to play, is it? Be quite pleased with that.
Yeah, I would say so. One's away. Sweepers were on that straight away.
Bet you never saw that play. That could still be biting.
I think it is.
Do you ever watch Star Trek?
I've been known to, yep.
Is there such a thing as a universal translator?
I think it's called Babelfish. On if you stick it into Google, it works.
Oh, right.
I think you get an app for it anyway.
Right, okay. It's just that we seem to have French and German and
It's good.
everything else.
It's good. I'm desperately trying to recall my sort of standard grade French, but it's not coming back to me very well, I have to admit.
Oui and no.
Bonjour. Je m'appelle David.
Is it arrêté? Is that sweet? Or quick?
It's either that or you've just swore in French, one of the two. It's funny how you can remember all the swear words, they're the easy ones to remember. .16 left on the clock, John.
How many?
16.
Seems a long time to go.
So there'll be one more end, I would think.
Think so?
I take it we're not limited to 6 ends, are we? Or
No, it's time.
it's just time.
It's time. So blue trying to come round the back of these. Coming in a bit hot, I think it maybe needs a wee nick. Just got it, don't oversweep it. Nice shot.
Yeah, played out. Landed nicely in the end. Good result.
Good result. You got to be careful because that might not have been what they intended. So.
I'm fairly sure it wasn't. I might be being uncharitable there, but I'm reasonably sure it wasn't. Harsh critics, aren't we?
Pardon?
We're harsh critics.
Oh, aye, we are. But we're perfect when we're sitting here.
Oh, we say this every time, don't we? It's
I don't suppose people out there would want to watch 10 minutes of ice making, would they?
it's YouTube. Could be anything.
Oh,
Shot.
Great shot.
Shot.
Wow.
I think blue have a shot for a 3 though. If these two blues are in, do we know if they're in?
Looks like it. Just has to get it right.
It's always the just in the curling game, isn't it? You just have to get it right. You just have to make the triple raise takeout.
It's just a wee bit wide, narrow. It just needs a hair.
That's in, isn't it? That's in.
I would say it's in now.
Camera's at an angle to that stone, so.
The cameras next year will be, or is it this year? Will we get them this year?
I'm hoping it's this year. I think that one's in as well, isn't it?
I would say so, aye.
So the idea is to have 2 cameras, strung on wire. I was speaking to an engineer last night about putting wires across the ice rink. So he did the normal party. You're bugging my happiness right now. I'll just nod and tell you it's possible, and we'll speak about it on Monday. So.
I don't think that shot went the way that...
I think they hit the guard. Sorry, I left the wrong camera shot on there, so we totally missed what actually happened. Welcome to Dumfries Curling Webcasting.
If anybody chooses to watch this, perhaps...
Eternal embarrassment factor.
Right, okay.
We can delete it though.
Right, okay.
We can choose to delete it,
Right,
so...
okay. Nah. Somebody will look upon this one with great hilarity in some future year.
What were they doing?
In fact, the BBC could use it as a training aid on how not to present a broadcast.
Which is fine. Glad to have been of service.
Royalties.
Exactly. You just never know, do you?
No.
Fair idea, but we never know.
No. Whose idea was this anyway? You shouldn't have come into this drink yesterday.
If I hadn't had a can of lager in my hand yesterday afternoon, none of this might ever have happened.
I'll blame it on your wife.
Let's go with that actually, yeah, that's a good shout.
If Linda had said, sorry, but he's got other plans.
It's just not happening.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
So it's really her fault.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Come on, Max, go for the double. The double's there.
Do you like venison?
Do I like venison? Yes, I do like venison.
We've got some venison. Do you want some?
Oh, never say no to that. Yeah, venison's good.
I will get you some venison. It's in our freezer.
Is it still attached to the deer, or?
No, the deer stopped moving.
You don't need a good vet as opposed to a packaging plant, no.
No. Any particular part of the deer that you would like?
The deer part.
Right.
That's a bad pun, isn't it? That's twice in 2 days I've mentioned that one as well. I was actually speaking to a deer farmer on Friday night, and they were complaining that the stag hadn't done its job, and they'd had to go and get another one. This is close. There's one red, there's two. Oh, unlucky, great effort. Just needed to nudge that back up out the house. That was a really good effort though.
Just like me earlier on, I was speaking to this guy from Switzerland, and he said he'd been in Edinburgh before. He'd come here to learn German, and I looked at him and I thought to myself,
I've been here how many years and still haven't learned German?
why would a business send somebody to Edinburgh to learn German? So, you know how you nod, and then he hits me and he says, joke, why would I come to Edinburgh to learn German? I come here to learn English.
Some jokes just don't, they just don't translate well, do they?
No, I just... No.
Nine minutes left.
See that delivery there?
Traditional.
Aye. You wouldn't get that delivery normally.
You're right. See if it does the job though.
Oh, here's my lovely wife. Hello, Brad. How are you? Would you like to see?
I hope you're enjoying the games.
That was my wife. She's just come through to support us.
It's good to get new volunteers on this, to be fair.
It is, aye. She's actually got quite a nice voice in there, so I think that maybe we could get her to do some commentary. Then you and I can just disappear.
It's effectively doubled our commentator numbers anyway, so.
That's right. For a fee. Can we say to you, any requests are met with a I was right.
more commentators.
Aye.
We're counting down the minutes. It's 7 to go now. So
But that's mainly because we've got to go and try and find out about all the teams that's going to be playing.
it's going to take a fortnight to do that, and we're going to have
8 minutes.
yeah, we've literally got half an hour, haven't we? No, we've got 25 minutes as
And
it
we've
goes.
still not pointed out what's in the middle of the...
Well, I was actually having a look on the cameras, and I don't think it's there anymore.
Is there no? Oh,
No, I think it's gone. So that's been a bit underwhelming.
Right. Well, we will only mention that again.
I think we should finish the story. What was there?
Right. Because of the demand for ice, the only places that they could keep the ice was on the ice. So we kept the bags of ice on the ice.
And that's on the
In the
Facebook
bags.
page. In the bags.
Just in case there's an H&S person there.
Again.
Aye. We won't mention council health and safety in this broadcast.
I think we're probably better not.
No. But we've got the only changing rooms in the country that's not got a roof on it.
Let's just
be
put the
careful.
camera down. I'm forgetting we're coming from. We'll just go back up slowly. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. Just for clarity. I'm forgetting that camera was somewhat higher than other people who'd be watching that one. Well, that could have been an instant deletion.
I could have had 2 hours of broadcasting could have been deleted at the press of a button. Anyway, we're back to a tight finish to this game here. The 7th end with how many minutes to go, David?
5 minutes and 12 seconds.
So this is the last end.
It's quite good, actually. For those that haven't seen our little commentary position, we are tucked in a hovel of a corner. There was a hooter there, John. What's that?
That's a 5-minute bell.
Is that to warn that there's another?
You cannot play any more ends now. You must finish the end that you're on.
So what's the point of having another 5 minutes? Does everything stop after the 5 minutes elapses, or
More or less, well.
finish the end?
Aye.
Okay. Why didn't they just set the timer 5 minutes shorter and count it to 0?
It was 10 minutes before, but they changed it for some reason, and it just created a lot of problems for the ice staff. So
Fair enough.
So they now know that they've got 5 minutes to finish their end.
Something smells good. Chili?
Can't smell it.
Yeah, I'm getting hints of chili con carne here.
Right.
Who's your money on here then, John? Red looking good. Last stone.
And have to turn around and say that Swiss Sierra seems to have been able to finish the game. Just to have maybe better reading of the ice, you know.
I think I'd have been tempted to smack that blue out of there, that's it. But no, that's exactly what they're doing. Sorry, I thought they were going for a guard at one point. Played it well. Kind of left a centre guard to come round in a minute though.
Keep it going. Game over.
Yeah, a few stones to come yet, I think.
Negative vibes.
Negative vibes. They've broken them, is what you're saying. The body language isn't good, and oh, we could see the hat yet. We could see the hat yet. They're going for the double, John. In fact, I think they're going for the triple here. I think they'll be happy with one in a roll to the left, but I think the double's on.
Double's on it just for the drink.
I think they're getting to that stage now, actually, aren't they? You may as well take something from the session.
That's right, aye. I'll set them up so I can get the double.
Do you think we could tweak this rule so if we call a double that isn't made, like the default position, if they don't make a double, then we get the hat? Or is that just twisting the rules?
It's too,
One of us would have to run down to the ice though, wouldn't we? That's not going to work. Now there's a second double on here. It might miss the first one, but there's a second one. Oh, needed to swing a bit more.
This is club curling. This is good club curling. Are they playing onto that blue now?
Yeah, they'll just be trying to get rid of that blue. And then I think we're down to skip stones. Oh, good jam.
They've got it.
Nice jammed. It's moved it to third shot though. Good enough. Good enough. John, there's people watching. There is 2 people other than us watching.
Well,
spread the word, people.
Thank you very much for taking the time and the effort to come and see us. Well, of course, what you could be doing is coming early to watch the finals that's on in 10 minutes time.
It's just the build-up now, isn't it?
Aye. So.
This is like the pre-show.
So what are you going to do for the rest of the time, David?
From the 19 minutes until the next session starts. I'm going for a lie down in a cold, dark room. It's just been quite a surreal last hour and 40 minutes.
I've got a set of them, you know them shades that you get, night shades that the kind of soft things you put over your eyes when you're on a flight and that.
Ah, yeah.
A set of them in the car if you want.
It's quite tempting. It's quite tempting.
Now you'll be saying to yourself, why has he got a set of that? You know.
That question did cross my mind. Yes.
It's just when I'm helping my brother-in-law on the farm and that sometimes I just feel that I need to go and lie down in a dark room. So I can't find a dark room. So I've got the shades.
Create your own dark
sit
room.
in the car, put the seat back, and can't find me.
Fair.
You know. So. Wow.
Right, we've got one last go at a double. Double for the drinks. Got it.
So
we're going for the game. They're going for the game, John.
How long before we stop watching the back of people's heads then?
When do we get the cameras in?
Aye.
Good question. We've got a meeting with the council tomorrow.
You got the cable? Because I've got a cable layer organised.
Alright. The steel cable.
Pardon?
The cable to sling across the ice rink.
I've got a cable layer organised. Remember how you said there was X number £100 in it? Well, I've offered him 50.
Ideal.
So
Ideal.
me and I'll subcontract the job.
Perfect. Good. Well, that's sorted.
That's right.
I think we need to get the cables up fairly shortly.
Right. Okay.
In the next month or so.
Just get it. And
Cameras have a lead time of about a week, but we need the cash in the bank to buy the cameras, so there is that. So I think we should be aiming for the end of November so we can broadcast the CCT, which is the Champions Curling Tour event we have here in Dumfries on 4K. Never mind, we're just skipping HD, we're going straight to 4K.
Is there
if the internet can cope.
places available for some of these competitions?
The entries are still open for the CCT, the European Tour event.
Which anybody can play in it?
Anybody can, yep, anybody can. Anybody that pays the entry fee, I hasten to add, can. So we've got some good teams actually. We've got world champions, we've got Olympic silver medalists, and that's just the starting of it really. So yeah, no, we have some very good teams lined up for that competition.
Good.
But certainly some still available. It is the weekend of the 14th to the 17th of December. So it starts on the Thursday night as it stands. Might end up a bit earlier to see how we go with that. We've also got mixed doubles coming up in March, 22nd to 25th of March. The Junior International Women is technically in April, but it actually starts in March 30th.
Some of the Canadians don't like the mixed doubles.
They should do.
They don't.
They should do though. It's an Olympic event and it's going to get the sport a whole heap more exposure.
Can you see the point of it? Somehow.
It's different to traditional curling, I'll give them that.
So, anyway.
A cynic would ask if they've won a medal at it. They probably have though, haven't they? At least their mixed double team is in the Olympics.
Anyway, here we are. Double to win the game for blue.
Red have last stone though. Sorry. Double to lie the game.
A double for blue to be in a commanding position. I wonder who's watching this commentary.
Somebody's even liked it, John.
Oh,
it's close. Oh, no hat.
Nearly though.
Close but no hat.
Are the opposition going to play the shot? Or?
I'm not sure. Is it there? Do you think it's there?
They've got to play the shot.
Yeah, I would go half stone and try and get it out over the top of the second blue.
If they jam that blue onto the red, lose the game.
You've got to send it. You've got to send it to the right and over the top, I think.
Whoops, I'm sorry. I've just destroyed the £2 cable just a bit.
We go through cables, something serious in this place. Quite fragile cables, aren't they?
They are. Anyway. Red looking to get the double here. Get the 4 free drinks. And win the game. We don't know that person. They look good. It's looking good.
It's moving, it's going. It's not going out the rings. Oh, but it's good enough.
Anyway, from us, that's the end of this broadcast.
I think it's the end of our broadcasting career, John, to be perfectly honest. It's gone alright. It's gone alright.
I bet it's Sloan that's watching it in the.
It will be.
office.
Yeah, it will be. No, we'll call that quits just now.
Right.
We'll be back at 2 o'clock.
Aye, with a more.
In 10 minutes.
we'll try and have
a slightly more serious.
a more sensible and serious thing.
It will degenerate into something else, but we'll see how it goes. So.
We've had a great time here with some great people, and it's been great fun. Thank you to all the people associated with the Margarita Curling Club for having brought the event to Dumfries, or allowed the event to be brought to Dumfries, and then for everybody that's there that's actually came and participated. You've been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, David.
See you too.
Goodbye.